17 years old and I study at the foreign language school in Lovech, Bulgaria. I study German as a first language and English as a second one. However, I use mainly English for my hobby, which is smartphones. For the past century, communication between people has become faster than ever. First we had the home phones, telephone lines connecting the east and west coast of USA were completed in 1915 and made it possible for people to connect with each other across the whole country. So the home phones were very useful, but no one could talk with other people while away from home. And so when the first call from mobile type of phone was made, it was such a break that it started a new revolutionized era, the era of smartphones. So then we could contact each other from larger distance, but again it didn't have what it needed to completely art the word smart. For the full meaning of that word, the communication as a function wasn't enough. We had to wait until the 21st century to be actually ready for such complex gadget. Nowadays, smartphones combine more than 10 devices in one. You know, alarm clock, recorder, camera, video player, MP3 player, video game console, and so on. But last and not least, the word smart has become a synonym to a computer, a processor, or even a self-thinking device. That's the way the home phone evolved into mobile computers. As a mobile computers, the smartphones needed a reliable internet connection, and while 1G and 2G weren't fast enough, the 3G came and lately the 4G and made the connection between satellites and mobile phones even faster. As smartphones become more prevalent and sophisticated, the advantages and disadvantages of their use have become more widespread and evident. One of the major reasons for purchasing a smartphone nowadays is the convenience. Thanks to the built-in internet capabilities, you can check your bank balance, pay bills, answer to emails, and you know everything with the social networking. You can check your account. And while on the go, you don't need to be at home with your computer. Keeping in touch with friends and family was never easier with the convenience of texting and the ability to update your social network accounts. You'll never miss a meeting or forget an important date because of the calendar function. You have your schedule at your fingertips. And just about everything that you need to run your day smoothly will be in your hands. However, with green convenience comes the possibility for great distraction. Smartphones will alert you to everything. They will tell you when you have new text message, you have calls, you have emails. A lot of the other apps have push notifications which will alert you for everything, and it's making your device sound like R2-D2 on his honeymoon, beeping and vibrating without stopping. Not exactly conducive for relaxation or disconnecting from the world. Accidents and injuries can occur due to these distractions, so try not to answer on the alerts on the minute where it sounds. Because try not to texting while crossing a street, for example. Ironically, the very things that make a smartphone sound convenient and useful are the same things that can stop you in your tracks with a dead battery. So the more apps and processes you use on your phone, the most energy it needs to perform. The more you use it, the quicker the battery dies, and if you haven't invested some additional money for a power bank or car charger, you're going to find yourself stopped in the middle of your tracks. And it's not really convenient. It's time for some interesting facts. Did you know that one of the Apple products has more powerful processor than the computer used during the Apollo 11 mission? Compared to the primitive computers during the Apollo 11 mission for moon landing, iPhone 5s has around 1,300 times more processing speed. Another interesting fact is that 33% of all people, 33% of the world population has smartphone and it's using it every day. So that's like combined population of USA and China altogether. Although the total number of devices is larger than the total world population, it is estimated that by 2020 the number of all smartphones will be like 10 billion and more. On an average, a smartphone user checks his device 110 times a day, and he spends around 37 hours on installed apps. And as we are talking about installed apps, 90% of all installed apps aren't used more than 10 times after them being installed. In the year 2000, the entire population generated 1 exabyte for the whole year, which is 1 billion gigabytes of data in internet, while during 2013, the whole population generated more than 18 exabytes, which is a large number. And with the advent of 4G and the help of new smartphones with more processing speed, this number will be like 15 exabytes per month, which is a lot more larger. 47% of US smartphone owners say that their phone is something they could not live without. And did you know that there's a thing called nomophobia? It's short for no mobile phone phobia, and it's really exactly what it sounds. The fear of being without your mobile phone, the fear of losing it, and even the fear of being without signal. According to a study of 1,000 people in the UK, 67% of the population fears losing or being without their phone in any given time. Sometimes the symptoms of that phobia can be related to anxiety and negative physical symptoms of constantly worrying about losing your smartphone somewhere, and okay, there's a phobia related to the smartphones, but there's even a syndrome related to them. It's called pocket phantom vibration, and I'm sure a lot of you have experienced it. It's just what it sounds like. Your phone is vibrating, but it really is not. You feel that it's vibrating, and it cannot be. If it even is not with you, it's actually vibrating, and it's not. No, like a professor at Indiana University found out that 89% of her undergraduate students experienced that thing. And the study also found out that students who were more dependent on text messaging and social network were more anxious when their phone is not actually vibrating. Thomas Edison said that the invention of the telephone brought the human race in closer touch. Wouldn't Edison be amazed of what changes his invention had experienced today? What will be the next step for this remarkable pocket-sized piece of technology? We can only wait to see, and the real answer lays in the limits of our imagination. Here's where some guys are texting and they're crossing the street while doing it, and it's really dangerous. And the R2D2 is tips about smartphone usage. And that are the memes about nomophobia. And here goes the pocket phantom vibration.